Welcome participants for the day 4 session 2 on overview of IPR, patenting, procedure, essentials of trademarking filing, copyrights process, design registration by Professor Girija S. Ram, founder, IPAT Entity IP Solutions Private Limited. So let me just introduce the speaker for the day. So Professor Girija is a patent attorney and registered patent agent with over 10 years of experience in patent laws across a wide range of domains in science and technology. She focuses on handling issues related to patent, trademark, copyright, design, including searching, drafting, prosecution, licensing, monetization, and counseling clients on addressing IP management and formulating IP strategies. She is also a trademark attorney and an advocate. Additionally, she is a seasoned speaker and talks about intellectual property related matters at various conferences, academic and research institutions and corporates. Girija ma'am has a master's degree in science and holds PG diploma in IPR law, bioinformatics technology, management and business administration. She is an expert panel member of the WTO and relay cell of Vishwesvaraya Trade Promotion Center, Government of Karnataka. She is empaneled as patent agent for various institutes and colleges. She is also a facilitator for startups in patent, Government of India, which is much more needed for each and every industry as well as research. I wholeheartedly welcome you, ma'am, for the session. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Manjunath, for your warm introduction. Shall I start the session?
Yes, ma'am, sure, you can start.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to get connected with you all through this webinar. And in this session on intellectual property rights, I'll start with the overview of IPR, and then we will move to the patenting procedure, essentials of trademark filing, copyright process, and design registration. So after my presentation, the quiz part will be handled by our coordinator, Mr. Manjunath. So if you do fairly good in the quiz, you can self-pat yourself. And finally, we can have the question and answer session. So the first part of the session is on the overview of intellectual property rights. Let me start with what is intellectual property. So the intellectual property is used to describe the results of creative and innovative endeavors. So we call it as intellectual because it is created by the intellect of the human mind. And we call it as property because, like the tangible property, this intangible property can also be owned, sold, leased, or transferred. What are the ways of protecting IP? So the innovative product and process can be protected through patents. Brands can be registered under trademark. Literary, artistic, musical works, architectural works can be protected under copyrights. Creative designs under industrial designs. Indication of origin under geographical indication. Any confidential information can be kept as a trade secret. The layout design of the integrated circuit can be protected under Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Design Act. And the plant variety can be registered under the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act. Single product can be protected by many IP rights. I have just given the example of a pen. See, the pen as a product can be protected through patent. The name of the pen can be protected under trademark. The composition of the ink can be kept as a trade secret. The style of writing of the name can be protected under copyright. The look and the feel of the pen can be protected under industrial designs. So I can give the mobile as also an example. See, mobile also can be protected with many IP rights. For example, the functional element or the camera technology, the new novel camera technology in the mobile can be protected through patent. The look and the feel of the mobile can be protected under industrial design, and the logo or the brand of the mobile can be protected under the trademark. And any technical know-how which you do not want to reveal to others can be kept as a trade secret, and the software code of the mobile can be protected under the copyright. Patent. This is the most important facet of IPR. So what's a patent? It's a document which describes an invention, and it creates a legal situation in which the invention can normally be exploited only with the authorization of the patent owner. The next important facet of IPR is trademark. So what's a trademark? It's a sign that distinguishes the goods or the services of one person from those of the others. So it can be a word, it can be a number, a shape, color, sound, and even smell. And Yagoo Hodel is a famous sound trademark which is protected in India. There are 4 types of trademark: certification mark, service mark, collective mark, and trade dress. So certification mark is normally used to certify the goods. So I have given the example of ISO 9001. And service mark is normally used in service sectors like banking, insurance, airlines. And collective mark is owned by organization like Lions Club or Rotary Club. And trade dress generally refers to the total package of the goods. Third important facet, the trade secret. So what is a trade secret? Any confidential business information that provides an enterprise with a competitive edge is the trade secret. So I have given the few examples: the famous Coca-Cola formulae, the data compilations, the manuals, and financial information. So the most important characteristic of trade secret is that it can be protected without registration for unlimited period of time. What are the elements of trade secret? It should have an independent economic or commercial value. It should generally not be known to others, and reasonable measures would have been taken by the holder to maintain the secrecy in the form of non-disclosure agreement, among others. GI, or the geographical indication. This is another IPR. So what is GI? It's a sign used on the goods that have a specific geographical origin, and it possesses qualities, reputation, or characteristic that are essentially attributable to that place of origin. So I have given a few examples of GI in India. See, there are around 370 registered GIs in India. So I have taken few examples from all the directions of our country, and you can see the Darjeeling tea, which I have given an example for agricultural category, and there's Kullu shawl of Himachal Pradesh for handicraft, and Dharwad Peda, which comes of Karnataka. I have given an example for foodstuff, and the Nashik Valley wine, which I have given for as an example under the manufactured category. Copyright. So copyright protects the creative works of authors such as writers, artists, architects, photographers, directors, and music composers. What are the types of work that can be protected by copyright? So it can be a literary work or a musical work, artistic work, maps, technical drawings, photographic works, motion pictures, computer programs as such, and the multimedia products. So the copyright protects only the expression of the ideas and not the abstract ideas. And the ideas has to be expressed on the tangible forms such as the paper, canvas, or CD. See, the copyright owner has the exclusive rights to reproduce, adapt, translate, distribute, publicly communicate, and publicly perform. These are the related rights to copyrights, the performer's rights and the broadcaster's rights. So what is a performer right? See, if a TV channel wishes to broadcast a live telecast of a dance, they have to get the permission from the dancer. Similarly, no person can make a visual or the audio recording of a broadcast without the permission of the broadcaster. The industrial designs. This is also an important IPR. See, what industrial designs protects the aesthetic designs that are applied to the articles. So it can be a shape or a configuration or a pattern or an ornamentation. And the designs which have the functional value, they cannot be protected under industrial designs. For that, you have to go for patent. So I have given an example of a car. See, if the shape of the car improves the fuel efficiency, then it is not protected under the designs. You have to go for the patents, but the aesthetic shape of the car is protected under the designs. SICLD, that is Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Design. So this SICLD is governed by the Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Design Act 2000. So what I mean by layout design? See, layout design is the arrangement of the transistors and the other circulatory elements expressed on a semiconductor integrated circuit. So what are the criteria for registering the layout design under SICLD? See, the design should be original. Original in the sense it should not be a copied one. Distinctive. Distinctive means it should be distinguishable from the existing designs. And it should not have been commercially exploited either in India or in any convention country. Convention countries means the countries which are parties to the Paris Convention Treaty. What is the term for the protection of SICLD or the layout design under SICLD is 10 years from the date of filing of the application for registration. PPVFR. So what is PPVFR? It is a sui generis system which has been created for the protection of the plant varieties and also the rights of the plant breeders and the farmers. So if a variety which is registered under this act will give an exclusive right for the breeder or his successor or his agent or his licensee to produce, sell, market, distribute, import or export the variety. So what are the varieties that can be protected under the PPVFR Act? Say new variety, extant variety or the essentially derived variety. What is the duration of protection for these registered varieties? Trees and vines can be protected for 18 years from the date of registration of the variety, and other crops can be protected from 15 years from the date of registration of the varieties, and extant varieties can be protected for 15 years from the date of notification by the central government. Having seen the protection, term of protection for the layout design and the plant varieties, so I will just give you the term of protection for the very important IPRs. So the first is patent. Patent is protected only for 20 years. After that, it will come to the public domain. But every year you have to renew it. Trademark and the GI, it's perpetual, means it has lifelong protection, but you have to renew every 10 years. Copyright, the protection is for the lifespan of the author plus 60 years, and there is no need to renew it. And design, the term of protection is for 15 years. See, it will be granted initially for 10 years. So before the expiry of the 10th year, you have to renew it for the next 5 years. This is the trend in filing of IPR applications in India over 5 years. See, 2018-19 is the latest data available in the IP India website. And you can see around 4 lakh applications have been filed in 2018-19, and trademark occupies the major share, followed by the patent, then copyright and design. We'll move to the second part of the session, that is the patenting procedure. We'll walk through the short introduction and then patentable and non-patentable subject matter, the contents of patent specification and the patent filing mechanism. What's a patent? As I shared already, see, it's a legal document which describes an invention, and it creates a legal situation in which the invention can only be exploited with the authorization of the patent owner. The patent protects an invention and it grants exclusive right to the inventors for a limited period of time, that is 20 years from the date of filing of the application. Why do I go for a patent? To protect my invention, to enjoy the exclusive right, and to ensure commercial return. Is patent necessary? My answer will be a big yes. To encourage R&D, to stimulate the capital investment, and to encourage the establishment of new industries, patent is highly necessary. So now we'll see the patentable and non-patentable subject matter. What can be patented? See, the invention, first, it must be novel. It should involve an inventive step. It should be capable of industrial application. It should not fall under section 3 and 4 of the Indian Patent Act. It means the invention should not be a part of the public domain. Prior use and prior publication are the obstacles for granting patent. Very famous case law related to novelty. So it was held that even when the invention was not itself new, its combination with the other element of the system producing the advantageous results would be sufficient element of novelty to support the patents. What does it mean is that, see, if you come up with an improvement over the existing product or the process, then it is patentable. Then also it is patentable. So what's an inventive step? So inventive step means the adequate technical advancement in the invention. It should not be obvious to the person skilled in the art, and it should not be an obvious extension or the workshop variation of what was already known. And in this very famous case law related to the inventive step, so it was concluded that an improvement of a combination of something known before to be patentable, it must involve an inventive step and should be something more than a mere workshop improvement. So what do they mean by the mere workshop improvement? See, when a product or a process is developed, see, routine improvements will happen. See, these routine improvements are referred to as the workshop improvements, which are not patentable. And the third criteria, that is the industrial application, or we normally refer to as the utility or the usefulness of the application. So the invention should be capable of being made or used in any kind of industry. So in this famous case law, so it was said that the invention can be made or used in any kind of industry. The capable of the industrial application carries the meaning of the trade or the manufacture in the widest sense of whether or not for profit. Having seen what can be patented, now we will see what cannot be patented in India. See, section 3 and 4 of the Indian Patent Act have listed out the subject matter which are not patentable. And the first one is the frivolous inventions and the inventions contrary to the well-established natural laws. So I have given an example of for the frivolous invention is that, see, merely making in one piece the articles which were already existing in 2 or more pieces, and a perpetual machine which is contrary to the natural physical law. So these are all the examples for the frivolous invention and the inventions contrary to the well-established natural laws which are not patentable in India. And the second one, the inventions which are contrary to the public order or the morality. For example, a gambling machine, or if you invent a device to break the house and steal it, or a biological warfare material, these are all not patentable in India. A mere discovery of a scientific principle or a formulation of an abstract theory or a discovery of any living thing or non-living substances occurring in nature are not patentable. For example, a discovery of a microorganism or a Newton's law are not patentable. A mere discovery of a new form or a new property or a new use of a known process or a machine or an apparatus are not patentable. So I have given an example that, see, already a substance, amorphous substance is already available, and you come with a different form, like the crystalline form of that substance, then it is not patentable. Again, the new use of the aspirin. So you say that the aspirin can also be used for the heart ailment, then it is not patentable. Substance obtained by mere admixture. See, I have come with a drug by mixing the paracetamol and the Brufen. This is not patentable, but if you could establish the synergistic property is that you could establish the interaction effect between the components, then it is patentable. So this has been done in the when you develop a soap or a polymer composition, so it is patentable. Mere arrangement or rearrangement or duplication of the known devices, each functioning independently. See, a clock and the radio in a single cabinet, an umbrella with fan, these are all not patentable in India. A method of agriculture or the horticulture. See, for example, a cultivation of a mushroom or a preparation of an improved soil using nematodes, these are all not patentable. Method of treatment of human beings or the animals to render them free of disease or to increase their economic value. See, suppose you perform an heart surgery, it is not patentable. But if you do any purely cosmetic process, if you apply some medicines or on the body, then it is patentable. Plants and animals, essential biological process, seeds, varieties, species are not patentable, but microorganism, especially that is the genetically modified microorganism, is an exception to it. Mathematical or the business method or the computer program as such or the algorithms are not patentable. See, computer program as such is not patentable, but if that software is embedded in the hardware or it produces a technical effect, then it is patentable. So I've given an example. See, a computer program for word processing on a general purpose computer is not patentable, but that computer program sends message from one mobile to another mobile in an embedded is an embedded software, and so it is patentable. Literary, dramatic, musical, or any aesthetic or artistic works. Let's give an example of paintings, music, writings. These are all not patentable, but you can protect it under the copyright. Method of performing the mental act or the method of playing the games is also not patentable. A presentation of information is not patentable. Traditional knowledge. Suppose if I say that the turmeric heal wounds, it is not patentable. But if I come with an ointment where the ointment comprises turmeric along with the other excipients, then it is patentable. Finally, the invention relating to the atomic energy. So no patent can be granted for an invention relating to the atomic energy falling under Section 21 of the Atomic Energy Act 1962. This is the crux of what I have been discussing, and this is the filter model developed by Dr. Kalyan of Banana IP. See, you have the invention at the top. So if you want to get the patent granted, it has to pass through these 5 filters. So what is the first filter? It is the subject matter. That means the invention should be first a patentable subject matter. It should not fall under Section 3 and 4 of the Indian Patent Act. Second, it should have the utility value or the usefulness. Third, novelty. Novelty means new. Prior use and prior publication or the obstacles for novelty. Fourth, non-obviousness or the technical advancement or the inventive step in the invention. 5, specification. Specification is the techno-legal document which is submitted to the patent office. So the specification should be drafted in such a way that the invention should be described in the best mode, and many other legalities are there which has to be followed before submitting to the patent office. And we'll see in detail about the patent specification in our following slides. Patent specification, as I said, it's a techno-legal document. See, the scientific details of the inventions are mentioned in the specification. See, normally we call the patent as a quid pro quo. What is that? Is that, see, the inventors have to disclose the invention to the government, for which you are granted the exclusive right, which prevents the use of the invention by the others. Specification. There are 2 types of specification, provisional and complete. So the provisional is generally filed when the invention is at the conceptual stage, and a delay is expected in submitting the full and the specific description of the invention. No patent can be granted on the basis of the provisional specification. So complete specification is the document in which all the details of the invention is disclosed. And the complete specification should be filed within 12 months from the date of filing of the provisional specification. Patent has 3 main sections: the cover page, a specification, and claims. So cover page will represent the bibliographic information. and the specification will describe the invention, and the claims define the scope of the invention for which the protection is claimed. This is the cover page of a patent. So you can see the application number, the title of the invention, the name of the applicant, what is the classification this invention falls, and also the abstract. Contents of the specification. So these are all the columns which are seen in the specification. So the specification will have a title, the field of the invention, a background, objectives, summary of the invention, a brief description of the drawings, and also the detailed description of the invention, along with the drawing sheets and the abstract sheets will be attached. Claims. So as I said, the claims are the most critical part of the patent application. It defines the scope of the legal protection, and so it should be drafted carefully. We always tell that the drafting claim is an art and also a science, and there should be at least one claim in a patent application. So what is not claimed is disclaimed, and it is open to public use, even if the matter is disclosed in the description. We'll move to the patent filing mechanism. Who can apply for a patent? See, either alone or jointly by the true and first inventor, or the assignee of the true and first inventor, or the legal representative of the deceased inventor or the assignee. Where to file the patent application? In one of the patent offices based on the territorial jurisdiction of the place of the office or the residence of the applicant or the agent. See, there are 4 patent offices in India, one in Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi and Kolkata. The southern states have to file in Chennai, the western states in Mumbai, northern in New Delhi, and the rest of the states in Kolkata. How can you file? You can file through online, through post. This hand submission is now being taken away due to COVID pandemic. But more than 90% of the applications are filed through online, and rarely they do accept through post. This is a general procedure for obtaining a patent. So first file the patent application. After 18 months, it will get published in the patent journal. There can be a pre-grant opposition which can be represented by any person. And after filing the RFE, which we call it as request for examination, the application will be taken up for examination, and the patent may be granted or refused. And if it is granted, it will be published in the journal. So within 12 months from the publication of the patent, a post-grant opposition has to be filed. This has to be filed only by an interested person. Interested person means the person in the same field. And controller decision is final to whether to revoke or grant the patent. What are the documents or the forms which have to be submitted for filing a patent application? So we have to submit application, which is generally referred as Form 1, and it should be accompanied by a complete or provisional. We generally refer it to as Form 2, and it should be a statement and undertaking regarding the foreign application should be given in Form 3, and the ownership of the inventor should be given in Form 5. Along with that, the required fees has to be paid. This is the official fee. You can see that a natural person or a small entity or a startup, the application fee is 1,600, and others, so it can be an university or an institution or a company where they have to pay 8,000. So this is for 30 pages of the specification, and the claims 10 number of claims. So if it exceeds, you have to pay the extra fees. We'll move to the third part of the session, essentials of trademark filing. See, this is the legal definition of the trademark. So the trademark has to be represented, it should be capable of being represented graphically, and it should be able to distinguish the goods or the services of one person from those of the others. See, a trademark can be a device, it can be a label, letter, number, shape, sound, smell, or the combination of anything. Should I register trademark? Yes, if you want to get the exclusive right, and if you want to enforce your right if an infringement happens. And if you want to claim the priority, means when you have filed in some other country and you want to file in India, so if you want to claim the priority, that is the first filing date, then you have to register. And if you want to issue public notice for the claiming the ownership of the mark, you have to go for the registration of the trademark. What type of marks can be registered? Like there were 4 conditions for the patent. You have 2 conditions for the trademark registration. It's simple, like it should be distinctive. Distinctive means it should be distinguishable from the existing trademarks and not deceptive. It should not deceive the public or the consumers of the product. What type of marks cannot be registered? See, the confusingly similar marks. See, some marks may be visually and phonetically similar to the earlier marks. And the marks that hurt the religious sentiments, or marks that are scandalous or the obscene, the emblems, the name of the personalities, or the shape of the goods, which is necessary to obtain a technical result or which gives substantial value to the goods or not, you cannot register under trademarks. Essentials of filing. See, who can file, where to file, and what are all the contents in the application. See, who can file? A company, an individual, a trust, a government, a society, a Hindu undivided family, a partnership firm, or an LLP, or any other entity formed under any central or state statutes. Where to file? You can file in any one of the 5 trademark registry. So that depends upon your place of the business or the residence of the applicant or the agent. What are all the contents in the application, trademark application? You will have the applicant name, the nationality, and the address. Then you have to specify the trademark. So the trademark can be a device, or it can be only a logo or a word mark, or it can be a shape or a number. So you have to specify what is the trademark. And you have to represent the trademark. Normally we submit it in JPG file, and you also should specify the class to which the trademark belongs. See, there are 45 classes under NICE classification. See, in that you have 34 for goods and 11 for services. So you have to identify to which class your trademark belongs, and then you have to specify it. And also you should give the description of the goods and the services for which the trademarks can be applied. This is the trademark registration process. So first make a trademark search to find out whether the same mark already exists in the public domain. So if it doesn't exist, then you go for filing the trademark application. So once this is normally we do it only online. So once you file it, immediately your application will be acknowledged with the application number. Then an examination report will be issued by the trademark registry. This normally happens, the maximum day it takes only 45 days, or it can be issued even in a minimum of 1 week. And once the examination report is issued, if there are no objections, then it will be accepted and then published in the journal to wait for the opposition. And if there are any objections, you have to respond to the objections, and you can also ask for an hearing. And where the objections will be rectified and again accepted, and it will be published, and it will wait for the opposition. And if there is no opposition, the trademark certificate will be issued. And if there is an opposition, then a hearing will be given again for the parties to be heard. Then it will go for the issuance of the certificate. And again here after the issuance of the report, in the issuance of the examination report itself, your application is withdrawn or abandoned, you can appeal to the, not IPAB, IPAB is dismantled now, so you can appeal to the IP division of the Delhi court. Then to use the TM and R. So TM means unregistered mark. So once you file the application, you can start using the TM mark along with your brand or logo. And once it gets registered in the registry, you can use the R. This is the official fee for trademark. So this is a 4,500 for individual, a startup or small entity, and for others like it can be a company or a trust or LLP where they have to pay 9,000, and this is for a single class and a single mark. move to the copyright process. As I said, patents protects the innovative works, and the copyright protects the creative works. What are the characteristics of copyright? See, the copyright is not a common law right. It is granted under the Act of Copyright Act 1957. And copyright owner has multiple rights like right to reproduce, right to adapt, right to communicate. And copyright is given only for the original works. It should not be a copied one. And again, for the abstract ideas, you cannot get a copyright. Only for the expression of the ideas, copyright exists. What are the works that can be protected by copyright? See, the literary work, the dramatic work, the musical work, the artistic work, cinematographic films, and sound recordings. What cannot be copyrighted? The ideas, the methods, systems. See, I've given few examples. A scientific or a technical method or a discovery or a business procedure or the mathematical principle or the formulae, these cannot be copyrighted. How to register a work under the copyright? So you have the website copyright.gov.in. So you can log in into that. If you are already a registered user or the new user, you can register it and click the online copyright registration form. So now once you click that one, you have to complete 4 steps to apply the copyright. So the first step is that you have to complete the form 14 form. And then the second step is that you have to fill up the statement of particulars. And the third step is that you have to fill up the statement of further particulars. And then move to the 4th step where you have to pay it. So once you pay, like I said, you will get an application number for a patent or a trademark. In copyright, they call it as a diary number. So diary number will be generated. So after you finish the online filing, within 30 days, you have to send the hard copy of the acknowledgement slip, the copyright registration form, along with the necessary documents. See, necessary documents can be like if you file a software program, the source code, the first 10 pages and the last 10 pages have to be sent. Or if you have done an artistic work, you have to upload it and also you have to send it. And if you have filed by with the help of a patent attorney, then power of attorney or the power of authority should also be submitted within 30 days from the date of online filing. These are the statutory fees for the copyright. So for literary, dramatic, musical and artistic work, it's only 500. And for cinematographic film, it is 5,000. And for sound recording, it is 2,000. What are the advantages of copyright? Like I said, if you want to initiate an infringement suit, see, you have to get because copyright is automatic. So, but if you want to enforce your right when your work is infringed by others, then you have to go for the registration. And that registered certificate is only the proof of the ownership of your copyright work. And whenever you want to commercially exploit your copyright work, like either you want to license it or either you want to sell it or assign it, then it has to be registered. And even again in an infringement suit, if you want to claim special damages, then the copyright work has to be registered. So this is the general procedure for getting your work copyrighted. So the first one, that file the application along with the fee. This is the online filing which I described you in my previous slides. Once you file, a diary number will be issued. And within 30 days, you have to submit that acknowledgement copy, that copyright registration form along with the necessary documents to the Copyright Office, which is in New Delhi. And that application will be kept for 30 days. We call it as a waiting period. For what? To get the objection from the opponents. So if there is no objection, then your application will be scrutinized by the examiner. So if there is no discrepancy, then your application will be registered. So in the last 1 year or a few months now, we got 4 copyright registered within a record period of less than 2 months, because it just passed this column and then we got it registered. So there were no objection and there were no discrepancy for our application. And if there is discrepancy, then it will be notified to the advocate, where you have to reply it immediately. And if you can also ask for an hearing to the register, and it will go again to the registration path. See, if the objection filed, if there is an objection filed by the opposition here, then they will send a letter to both the parties, and hearing will be heard for both the parties, and based on that, the application may be accepted or it may be rejected. We'll move to the last part of our session, that is the industrial design process. So what's a design? It protects the aesthetic value of the article. So it can be a shape or a configuration, that is the arrangement of the parts. So it can be a pattern or an ornamentation or the composition of the lines or the colors which is applied to any article, but that should be produced by the industrial means, and it should appeal to, and the industrial design is judged solely by the eye. These are the important elements of the design. The essential requirements for design registration: it should be original, like it should not be a copied one, and it should not have been disclosed in the public. That is, it should be novel. The prior use or the prior publication of the design, you cannot go for the registry gate. And it should be distinguishable from the designs already existing. Means it should be distinctive, and it should be applied to an article, and it should appeal to the eye, and it should not comprise any scandalous or the obscene matter, and it should not be contrary to the public order or the morality, and it should not be prejudicial to the security of India. What cannot be protected under the Industrial Design Act? Books, calendars, certificates, these are all purely literary works, so they have to be protected under copyright. So where you cannot protect under the Industrial Designs Act. The labels, tokens, cards, cartoons, or any principle or the mode of construction of an article, building and structures, parts of articles not manufactured and sold separately. See, for example, if you have come with a chair with artistic arm, so you cannot apply only for the arm. So the chair as a whole only can be protected under industrial designs. And the variations, minor variations, which are commonly used in the trade, and or a mere workshop alterations, these are all not protected under the industrial designs. And again, a change in the size. See, if there is a change in the shape, you can go for industrial, but only there is only a change in the size, then you cannot go for industrial design. Flags, emblems, or any signs of any country cannot be protected. And the layout designs of the IC, which I already told, layout designs of IC, you have a separate sui generis system, SICLD, so you can protect the layout designs of the integrated circuit under the Semiconductor Integrated Circuit Layout Design Act. Who can apply for the registration of a design? See, any person or the legal representative or the assignee, separately or jointly. So when I say person, he can be an individual or a firm or an LLP or a small entity or a body corporate. There are 10 steps to get your article registered under the Industrial Designs Act. So what is the first step? See, you have to find out whether any design already exists. See, this you can do by searching in the databases, paid databases or the unpaid databases available in the internet, or you can even write to the design office and then you can know it. Then start preparing the representation sheet of the design. So what I mean by representation sheet is that, see, the design of your article, you have to give different views. Like it can be a perspective view, there is a 3D view, or the front view, back view, you can give different views of your article. Then identify the class of the design. See, the design is classified under the Locarno classification. There are 32 classes. So you have to identify your article to which class it belongs. So for example, I have come with a new shape of a study table, then it will fall under the class 6. And if I have come with any shape of a cycle or a motorbike, then it will be under 12. Or I have come with a different monitor or a router for a computer, then it will be under 14. Or now this pandemic essentials, whether you come with some mask or dispenser. So mask is protected under the class 24. So this you have to find out the class to which your design belongs. Then you have to provide a statement of novelty in the representation sheet. Under that you have to provide, see where the novelty, where the new of your design exists. See whether in the shape or whether in the configuration, that is arrangement of the parts, or whether in the pattern of the designs on the article, or whether the ornamentation. So you have to write, state it in the representation sheet. And you should also include a disclaimer. So what I mean by disclaimer is this: see, if your design has a trademark or some words or numbers in that which are not the essence of the design, then you can remove it. But if you feel that it is essential for the design, then you have to provide a disclaimer stating that you do not claim for the exclusive right of this trademark or the numbers, or it can even be a mechanical action. So you have to give a disclaimer. Then claiming a priority date. See, suppose anybody has filed outside India and they come and file in India, see, they can claim the priority date. That should be done within 6 months from the date of filing of the first application. Then determining the fee to be paid. So the fee is 1,000 rupees for the individuals and 4,000 for others. So you have to find out to which class of the individual or others you belong. Then ensure that all the enclosures are attached. See, if you are filing through power of attorney, you have to provide the power of attorney for the patent. So you have to, for the patent attorney, you have to give the power of authority. So all these things should be attached. Then complying with the objections. See, as soon as the design application reaches the design office Kolkata, see, they will do immediately the formal examination, and if there is any major formal completion is not there, immediately they will send the mail to us. So we have to reply immediately. So if you provide all the details of the applicant, the phone number, everything properly, you can expedite the process of the design registration. See, I just came to know that one design got registered even within 45 days. And where to file? See, again, you can file in any of one of the patent offices. It can be Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, or Kolkata. But the prosecution of the design will happen only in the patent office Kolkata. What are the benefits of design registration? Again, as I said, for the trademark or the copyright, see, if you have to initiate the action for the infringement, then you have to register your designs. And again, design registration gives you the exclusive right for the article in the class in which the design has been registered. And if you want to commercialize it by licensing or assigning, then you have to register your designs. What is the statutory fee? As I said in the steps, it's 1,000 rupees for the individual or the startup or the small enterprise or small entity, and 4,000 for others. It can be an institution or a company or an university. So let me wind up this my presentation, leaving this thought to you. Thank you all.
Girija ma'am?
So you can just proceed now for that quiz part. You
Okay,
can send them. Yeah.
Okay. Dear participants.
And once they finish the quiz part, we can have that Q&A session, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
We'll do that one. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
sure, ma'am. I will let you know. Dear participants, I will be posting the quiz link in the chat window. You can attempt the quiz. It consists of 15 questions. I'll be posting the same questionnaires even in your WhatsApp group also. Please do attend, and once you are done with the quiz, please let us know. Thank you. Dear participants, once you have completed the quiz, immediately you will get the result over there itself. But I have disabled the options of to check the correct answers due to make it little bit private. You should not share the answers with other participants. That's the reason. So once after quiz is done, I will share the answers along with other materials.
Any questions?
Dear participants, if you have any queries, please raise your hands so I can able to unmute, so you can discuss with the ma'am regarding any of your queries related to IPR, copyrights, patents. Participants, I'm surprised. No
questions.
one has raised the hands. No questions.
I expected a lot of questions from.
Yes, ma'am. Deepak sir is having some questions.
Yeah, please.
Deepak sir, you can go ahead. Professor Deepak, you can unmute now.
If a company develops a new technology,
right,
that improves its main product, what type of
okay,
intellectual property can they use to stop others from copying their inventions?
What is the answer for it?
The
based on my
answer
presentation
is, I have copyright, but
no, it's wrong. It's patent. See,
Yeah.
you come with an improvement over the product or a process, you have to go for patent. So the copyright generally protects only the artistic works, the creative works like literature or an artistic images, paintings, and computer program as such, source code. These are all the domains which come under copyright. So any product process, see, that's why I told, I gave you an example of the case law also. So where they said that it need not be completely new, or you need not be a Newton or an Edison to come with a breakthrough invention. So any improvement over the existing product or the process is patentable.
Another one is the
Right.
mark which is registered in the name of the association is called a collective mark.
Right, right.
Just like a Lions Rotary.
Yeah, Lions Club or a Rotary Club, they go for an organization. They generally go for registering their marks, which we call it as collective mark. You're right.
And another one is industrial design is protected for, I have mentioned lifetime.
No. It's only for 15 years. Lifetime is the trademarks are the GIs. But you have to renew after every 10 years. But industrial designs, the total period of protection is only 15 years. So initially they will grant it for 10 years. And before the expiry of the 10th year, you have to renew it for another 5 years.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Abraham sir, you have raised your hand. Abraham sir.
Madam, can you please explain, madam, is there any scope for social sciences, in which areas we register for patents, madam?
So can you be little louder?
Yeah, madam, for social sciences, from which
Yes.
areas scope of patent rights, madam? So
the scope for social sciences, you have copyright. This is because copyright is also very important. See, you come with any literature work, so those things can be protected under copyright. So although it is more towards the scientific background, the main thing, or apart from, it's not that you have to be in the education institution and then come out with creative work. Personally also, people create a lot of the innovative works or the creative works. So if you can do all those things, you can get go for industrial designs. Now if you can see, so many people have come with different designs of the mask, the oximeter. So these things you can register, sir, under industrial designs. But there is less scope for social science. Because in India, especially the laws, the IPR laws are very stringent when compared to the US where they are liberal. So there is less scope compared to other domains.
Yes, any other queries? Your participants? I think there is no other queries, ma'am, because no one has raised the hands so far.
Okay. So I can take it in the other way that I think all of them have understood completely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, no, that is why, because I expected a lot of questions. Because normally people will raise more questions to know how whether you have a global patent. People will ask whether one patent, if I get in India, is it applicable to all the countries? So many questions used to come, especially with respect to patent and trademarks and designs.
Yes, ma'am.
So thank you all participants. Really, I feel good that you have understood all the aspects of the IPR. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge in IPR with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Girija ma'am, for sharing your experience and knowledge regarding IPR patenting procedures, copyrights. Thank you so much, ma'am. I wholeheartedly thank you from the management
Thank you,
side
Mr.
and Department of Information Science Engineering.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.